Hello and welcome back to the Big Head on Goswick Lane. What size hat do you wear?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you not wear hats?
Wear snapbacks. No, I don't
Okay,
wear hats.
on the Richardson hats like this one, how many snaps do you have snapped in the back?
Shoot, I've never counted that.
What? You don't know? Like, because if it's a Richardson, I know every Richardson I put on, I'm snapping 5, and I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I don't even have to think about it anymore, unless I cut my hair a lot.
It just depends on my hair day, I guess.
Really? Like, well, sometimes if you wear them backwards versus forwards, you got to snap them different. You do that?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe I didn't know.
I mean, whenever we're playing, like we were playing baseball, they have those fitted hats.
Yeah.
But I still don't know what size it was. Coach brought it to us.
You just put it on,
Mm-hmm.
and if it didn't fit, whatever.
It actually fit perfect.
Okay. Man, people just cater to you your whole life.
Oh.
Just bring you a hat
much.
that fits. Bring you dinner on a plate, ready to go.
I wish. I'm hungry.
Welcome back. We're just kind of winging it with Genty today.
Paige wants to really get in on the
Paige.
next one. Y'all, comment or say something if you want Paige to get in on the podcast. She's being way too shy about it.
Paige, come sit. Oh, you're going to have to widen the camera out a little bit. And yeah, just widen it up a little bit. Come on, Paige.
She's going to leave.
Paige, we need to know like the ins and outs of working with Genty. That's what we need to talk about.
She doesn't know that yet. It's too new.
She knows enough. I want somebody to throw you under the bus.
Oh, she wouldn't.
I know.
She's too nice.
I know. All right, so let's talk about real estate investing, commercial real estate. Do you have any commercial properties?
I don't in my portfolio. My brother.
Why?
Had one. I'm not big on commercial.
Why?
I don't like commercial investments, I guess, as much as I do residential. I feel like residential, if I need to move one quickly, I can do that.
Okay. But you don't feel like you can do that with commercial?
I know you can't do it with commercial. I sell a lot of commercial properties in East Texas, and that they sit.
How long do they typically sit? Just off the top of your head, what's an average?
365 to 2 years. So
You kidding me? Like a year, at least a year?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've got some commercial properties right now that are just sitting. I don't like that. I don't like real estate sitting. It makes me nervous.
And that's
cash flowing.
part of commercial real estate in East Texas, not in Dallas, in East Texas.
Just as there's not enough businesses to go around to fill the commercial real estate.
Well, I mean, think about it. If you are going to start a business, and then let's say you're moving that business, you're going to try your darndest to get the location that you need, so that people don't go to the location that you were at, and then you lose customers because you moved.
Yeah. I guess it
So
also
you've
depends
got-
on what kind of business it is.
Right.
Like if
You've
got
got
people coming in the door.
medical,
Yeah.
that moves quicker, medical
Okay.
stuff. The office space is the stuff that sits up for a while,
Okay. What about these deals like
or it can.
like WorkSmart?
I think that WorkSmart does great.
Okay. I've never been in there. This is
I have. It's really nice.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
So the idea is that you just rent office space, and it's not like your typical rent. You can go in there and work, and they have common areas, and you could specifically rent an office, but there's also just
Other areas that
chairs
you can
and
rent.
cubicles and stuff.
I just went in to meet one of my clients who was listing her house, and she rents like an office. It's all, a lot of them are glass, so it's really trendy, modern,
Okay.
nice scenery in there. They did really well building it out.
I wonder how well does cash flow. Because, what do you think it took to build that building? I'm just spitballing a number here. You think it's $1 million, $1.5 million?
Probably more than that, and that land wasn't cheap.
Yeah, it's right there at the intersection of the Loop and 259.
If somebody works for WorkSmart or owns WorkSmart and they want to,
we'd love to have you on the show. That's good promotion.
mm-hmm.
It's a great way to get yourself an office without paying an arm and a leg. I think you can pick up a package there for like $150, $200 a month, maybe. I looked at it one time. I don't remember the numbers, but it's reasonable if you need an office and a place to work and you don't want to go to the coffee shop every day. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just kind of hard to concentrate sometimes.
Well, yeah, and then if you see people that they stop and talk, and so if you're really trying to dial in,
rude.
and
It's not rude, but it's It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to get by. Let's talk about a commercial real estate deal kind of gone awry.
Which one's that?
Mine. Property on College Street. From your perspective, tell the story of the property on College Street.
My perspective is, I run across a lot of real estate. I was listing this particular property that he's talking about on College Street in Longview, and I brought it to Shane before I listed it, and he thought it was just as cool as I did.
Yeah, I did.
It still is cool. It's just cool with some dollar signs behind it. And in real estate, in commercial space, sometimes you don't figure things out or know things until you're in the thick of it.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think that the perspective of this property in particular, having problems that need to be corrected by certain
You're being
guidelines.
all kinds of coy. I'll give the information out. It doesn't bother me because we are working with the city on this deal to get it done. There's parts of this property that need to be torn down. There's parts of this property that have asbestos in them. That is like a dirty word in the real estate industry. It is stupid what it costs to get a survey and to properly dispose of it and blah, 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 blah. Fortunately, the Lord found fit to send us a good buddy of my brother's. My brother's a connector. That's his role. And he was sitting there talking to his buddy one night and telling him about, we don't know if asbestos is in there, but we're trying to figure this stuff out. And he said, you know a guy that does that. And he's like, my brother's like, no, I don't know a guy. And he's like, you're talking to him. That is my job. I'm like, no way, man. So he looked at the property with me. At the end of the day, it's not as big of a deal as we
What
thought.
did you think it was going to cost?
Oh, bro.
Or what were you told it was going to cost to demo that?
Okay, so we were going to demo about 4,000 square feet of this.
And it's, just so everybody knows out there, this particular property, I believe, is between 11 and 14,000 square foot, give or take some, because we really don't know the actual square footage. We have but it's got upstairs. And
the footprint is about 11,000, the footprint, but there's some upstairs and stuff. So about 4,000 or 5,000 of that, it needs to be demoed. It's just too far gone to bring back. And so just the demo and the take hauling this stuff to the dump for that 4,000 or 5,000 square feet. The lowest quote that we got was about $40,000. That's just demo.
And you had in your budget?
I had in my budget 25.
But you
15.
Yeah, 15 is what you thought.
I had,
or what you were told.
15 is what I was told. By I'm not going to give his name out, but somebody that knew
somebody
wasn't you.
It wasn't me.
Somebody that knew the deal.
Somebody that knew the deal that thought that it was going to cost.
I didn't double check that. I put 25 in my budget for the bank, and then we get into having to possibly do asbestos.
So what you don't inspect, you can't expect.
That's right. Yeah. So I should what did we learn? Get an inspection. Like if you think before the deal closes, if you think there's asbestos in there and you have to and you're going to have to tear it down, get an inspection. It would have cost, the actual survey inspection would have probably cost $2,000 to $3,000 for that specific area.
And that's where you get in trouble with old buildings in East Texas.
Yeah.
Is the asbestos abatements, all, some of them they can cost a lot.
It costs a lot of
money.
Now, I think if we didn't know this guy that my brother knows, it probably would have.
Well, and it's just like foundation repair guys. I'm not saying all foundation repair guys are high, but you have some foundation repair guys who will smooth rip you apart.
Because you don't know. There is, you or I don't know what needs to be fixed under that foundation. And they can tell you that you need to put in 32 piers.
It's like I tell Cody Bloodworth when he fixes my cars, or Automotive Supercenter, whoever I take it to, Tori at Tidwell. I sell real estate. You deal in tires, you deal in lift kits, you deal in oil changes. I don't do that.
Yeah.
So I'm trusting you to tell me what it needs.
That's a big part of it, trust. Like you've dealt with these guys before, you trust them. I've never dealt with anybody on asbestos specifically. I would not trust anybody right now besides my brother's buddy, my buddy. It's just one. It's like it's so.
So what's the plan there now?
The plan
what do
there-
y'all envision? Because originally, let me go back a little bit.
Yeah.
When this place was sold, when I sold them this spot, it was going to be, they were going to demo half of it and then do the Airbnb.
Yeah.
I think there was talks about doing a cool game room, a bunch of different things because it's got the square footage to make it happen.
Yeah.
And then it's also got some lots. So, if anybody out there wants to chunk ideas out, Shane's always open for ideas.
Yeah, I just like we're at the point now. If somebody wanted to come in and rent this thing after we do it and signed a lease, I would build it out to their specs, based on money. And it's going to take. This is a big project. It's going to take 8 to 12 months to build this thing out, depending on what we do with it. So here's the deal. We're going to tear down about half of it. We've gone back and forth with the Airbnb. We've also gone back and forth with tearing down the whole thing and putting duplexes or single family homes on this lot. We would have to, if we did that, the hard part about that is we would have to go back and restructure our entire loan. We're going to have to put more money down to demo this thing and build these single-family homes or duplexes, which would be okay because we could get that money back pretty quick because of the value and the equity in the property. However, what it would take to do that with what we already have in the lots, what we got down on the lots and what we're going to have to put into the demo, it doesn't make sense financially. It won't, if it cash flows, it won't cash flow much.
What's the revenue look like now that you that you guys can make per month if you utilize all of the renovation money?
Depends on what we do with the property.
If you do Airbnb.
If we do Airbnb, we really would need to split it up into 2 units, and it would be a small cash flow number, but it wouldn't be like
It's a long-term play.
Yeah, it's a long-term play. It will appreciate.
Right. No, it's going to appreciate, and especially being right there. Everybody's trying to bring that south, and you slowly
It's right
see
by
it.
the downtown.
Right. So I think that the long-term game will work, and a lot of times what people don't realize is they just want to get out, and so they take their L when they could take a W.
We
by
were
just
ready to
playing
take an L.
Oh, I know.
We were ready to take an L. If we could have sold it up front, we were going to take probably a $20,000 L.
But sometimes things happen for a reason.
And that's fine.
I was going to, me and my brother, there's been plenty of losses that we were going to take.
Yeah.
But we waited the storm, and we made significantly more.
So it depends on, like, our rehab on that depends on, okay, there's 2 parts of the buildings that we're just going to leave open. We just got to fix the roofs, fix the inside, leave them open for now. But our plan right now is just to fix the roofs, fix the trim on the outside, do the trim paint, and then that buys us some time because we are in a little crunch with the city because they filed a claim on us. Now we can get an extension, but we're getting close to that. They want to see something done, and we have to start making progress. So that's the progress that we're going to start because we can't just initially tear it down. We got to get our reports and stuff done.
Right.
So we're working, and we still don't really know.
I'll be interested to see how that comes out. We all sugarcoat deals, but not all of them are sugarcoated.
That one is salt-coated, buddy.
And some of them do. But normally the ones that are the biggest pain are the most rewarding. And that building has a lot of history there. If you sit back and look, like I say in my real estate part, my philosophy is there's not a bad deal. You learn from the bad deals and implement it on the good deals, or you spit so much knowledge that your clients don't have a choice but to go with you.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's encouraging too, coming from your perspective and your point of view, that time can save that deal.
Correct.
And that's okay if that's the only thing that can save that deal. If it's time, great. We're willing to do it. We're willing to put in the work. If you're out there and this would be a great, like, this spot is zoned for pretty much whatever you want to do with it.
I went through with the city. There's like 26 different types of zoning or more. I mean,
it's like everything.
Disclaimer: we'll need to discuss that, and you'll need to talk to the city about that because it all depends on what you want to do. But there's a lot of possibilities. If somebody wanted to see it, they could reach out to me or Shane or who
can do it. It's not on the market right now, is it? But
No.
Call Genty. We'll put it back on the market if you're interested. But it could be a really neat restaurant. It could be a cool office building for your place. It could be an event venue.
Hotel,
It could be a hotel.
vet clinic,
It could be
multifamily.
a lot of stuff. And there's room there with some extra lots to do. If, we can keep the lots or sell them or whatever, or build it out and rent it. Like there's so many, I think that's where I get hung up sometimes, Genty, is that there is so many options for this property and I haven't nailed one down yet.
You got to go with your gut, nail one down and go. And that's why I tell people. I told Tyler Owens that the other day. Him and I are doing those dumpsters, and he's like, well, what if this? What if that? What if?
Yeah.
What?
If your
it
aunt
doesn't
had,
matter.
I was going to say a derogatory saying.
It doesn't matter. I mean, roll with it. Let's go with what we said, and we're rolling.
I like it. You do. You have to make a decision. You got to go.
Mm-hmm.
Unless somebody stops you in the middle of the decision and says, I'll write a check. I'll take it. Okay.
Had that happen too.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That was good. I feel like that was good, man. That was a good Wing It episode.
I like the Wingin episode. People think that I'm crazy. Paige is looking over there. She's yawning. She's tired.
Yeah.
It's past her bedtime.
Hey, do you know you're not supposed to sleep on it? Wait,
So-
Paige, wake up. Paige, wake up. Paige.
She's got to watch Murder, She Wrote.
Murder, She Wrote. That's a good one. The Andy Griffith Show. We're going to sign out on that. Appreciate you being here. Remember, love God, love others, and let your work reflect that. We'll catch you on the next one.